afternoon, Region 7. Good afternoon, Central Visayas. This afternoon, we are at the DENR 7 Regional Office. And before we formally start, we may please request everyone to please stand up for the Pambansang Awit ng Pilipinas and please remain standing for the prayer.
Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God. Father in heaven, always merciful and giver of life, we humbly ask that you bless each one of us, from the speakers, program committees, guests, and participants. Guide us to make better decisions as we incorporate what we will learn throughout this activity. Thank you for the infinite blessings and countless opportunities. Lord, today as we start our activity, may we always be grateful to learn new things. Shed the light of your wisdom and bless each one, especially our speakers, as they will share their knowledge to us. Through your mercy and grace, may peace and utmost understanding shine and dwell unto us. Almighty God, accompany each one and help us concentrate for us to gain more knowledge as we listen attentively. This we ask in your name. Amen.
All right, everyone, please settle down. Can you please give me a thumbs up kung okay ra ba ang tanan? Are we good? Wala ta giduka? All right, si Sir John Lupe, wala daw giduka ka nag-thumbs up dayon. Am I loud and clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. Trees give us numerous advantages vital for our survival. We are dependent upon forest trees and cultivated plants. But every day, thousands and thousands of valuable trees are recklessly destroyed. Main reason for this is because people are not well informed of their importance. So this afternoon, let us reorient ourselves once again on the importance of planting trees and caring for the earth, our home. With this, the Department of Environment and Natural Resources Professional Regulation Commission Cebu Regional Office, the Society of Filipino Foresters Incorporated, joined hands through a tree planting activity to be held on June 25, 2022. This is to raise awareness about the degrading environment and encourage people to take positive actions and help create a better future. and to give us clear insights on the said activity, specifically on the Environment Month celebration. May I call on the Regional Executive Director of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources Regional Office 7, Sir Paquito D. Milicor Jr.
Okay, may hapon atong tanan mga fellow foresters. Region 7 ba lang nito na? All over Region 7. So in behalf of Regional Director Paquito Milicor, who is now going to Boracay, so I assigned me to represent him. So allow me to read the message of the read. So small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can transform the world. And this is what we are here for today, which would reflect in our 2022 Environment Month theme. Klaro ba? Only one Earth will focus on living sustainably in harmony with nature. Today, is it a president of Central Visayas, Forester Jose Eliesi Jr., to the director of PRC, karon some of their staff is present here, Director Narsibal, Randy G. Takiki, all professionals who are attending to this pre-event online presentation, and fellow government servants, ladies and gentlemen, maayong kasaulugan sa kalikupan ug kinaiyahan kanatong tanan. In behalf of the Regional Director, Paquito Milicor Jr., DNR's family wishes to express our profound gratitude to the Society of the Filipino Foresters for being our dynamic partner in our advocacy to make sure that our environment is safe, healthy, and conducive for living. Environment plays an important role in healthy living and the existence of our life on planet Earth. Earth is our home for different living species, and we are all dependent on the environment for food, air, water, and other needs. Therefore, it is important for every individual to save and protect our environment. Sa Central Visayas, we have about 1.5 million hectares land area, and very minimal na lang ang atong forest cover. In fact, per record of the DNR, ang atong existing forest and mangrove is only about 5% or 62,000 hectares. So we need to double our efforts to make sure that we can attain about 25 to 30% forest cover. Annually, Philippines is always celebrating our Arbor Day on June 25. This year, we are very lucky because this is the second year that PRC Region 7 allow us to earn CPD units. This CPD units is one of the requirements of our renewal of our PRC licenses. It is noteworthy to mention the directives of our new Secretary Jean O. Sampolna, during his recent visit in Cebu City. Yung nakita niya yung kabundukan, no, doon sa bukid diri sa Trans-Central Highway. He instructed immediately our officials in the Region 7 is to mobilize all the citizenry in the restoration, rehabilitation of our denuded watersheds, and make sure that the waterways and major water bodies are clean, as Cebu is considered as one of the most visited province in the region. Essentially, we need to advance a stronger working relationship and improve coordination mechanism with the local government units, non-government organizations, people's organizations, professionals, and other stakeholders in performing more active roles in reversing environmental degradations to our forest lands. This coming uh, June 25, everybody, all foresters or professionals are requested to plant at least 5 trees. This at least 5 trees is as your contribution in mitigating our climate change. One of the toughest challenges now is how to change the public and transform them into environmentally responsible citizens by adapting our actions and hopefully put it in our system. The national restoration and rehabilitation is quite an uphill challenge, but we are optimistic that we can do it collectively with shared responsibility. Atong hinumduman kanunay, ikaw, ako, kita, ang kalikupan. Daghang salamat o welcome to this online orientations of the Filipino Society of Filipino Foresters. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Sir Charlie. Everyone, can you please give Sir Charlie a virtual round of applause, please? That was very encouraging, Sir Charlie. Thank you so much. That was, by the way, Sir Charlie E. Fabre, the ARD for the Technical Services of DENR Region 7. Another message will be given from the PRC Cebu. May I call on our dear Regional Director, Sir Randy Takiki.
Thank you, Tin. To Regional Executive Director of DNR 7, Director Paquito Melitor, Mr. Tommy Valdez, SFFI National Council President, Mr. Jose Layese Jr., SFFI President for Central Visayas Council, PRC officers and staff, DNR officials, and to all the participants who are here virtually, good afternoon. On behalf of PRC, we are happy to again be part of the second annual tree planting activity here in our region in celebration of the National Arbor Day and PRC's 49th founding anniversary. We expect to boost our contributions for the successful implementation of the carbon neutral program in our country by planting more trees and nurturing those that we have planted before. In doing so, we stand with pride in continuing the initiatives of former Commissioner Yolanda D. Reyes in cooperation with the Professional Regulatory Board of Foresters headed by its chairperson, Honorable Neria A. Andin, DNR, and SFFI. With this orientation, we look forward to ironing out our activities and other essential details for the success of our event. We hope this meeting would be productive and meaningful for all of us. Rest assured of PRC's participation and dedication throughout this endeavor. Thank you, and again, good day to all of us.
Thank you so much, Sir Randy. All right, so at this moment, we will now proceed to the orientation proper. But before we officially proceed to the orientation proper, we may request everyone to please listen and be attentive. Please be reminded that this meeting, this activity is a prerequisite activity to participate on the Tree Planting Day activity on June 25, wherein you will be able to help our environment, our nature, and at the same time earn CPD units. An AVP presentation regarding Forest is Life and the Carbon Neutral Program. This will be presented by the Society of Filipino Foresters, Inc.
Life for millions of years now. I've been covering land from the blistering sun, cooling it down so that man may live comfortably and continuously. I've nourished biodiversity, plants, insects, and animals alike. I've cuddled each species with the natural resources that I possess. I've taken care of mountains so that rivers and aquifers can yield water. Water that nourish human life and sustains food production throughout every year. I've survived urban and rural settlements, enabling them to live decently, build shelters, employ people, and improve economies. I've made possible the production of renewable energy, energy that fuel commerce and industries, energy that sustain nation building. I've been healing man and keeping him well. My plants bring medicines that keep man strong and healthy, enabling them to take care of their family. I've provided material wood and other products to build homes, generate jobs, and establish enterprises. Massive amounts of carbon are stored in wood that prevents pollution. I've protected people from the harms of climate change, stabilized climatic patterns, and controlled temperature rise, attenuated floods, and even saved lives. I've restored mined-out lands, turned them productive so people may again benefit. I've kept ecosystems stable, maintained healthy food chains, preventing pest and disease outbreaks. Sadly, people have been mistreating me. Through the years, people failed to give back, to restore what they got. And now, I'm sick. Too sick to take care of man. I hope man will learn to take care of me too. Governments, businesses, and even communities are responsible. They can choose to act together, to heal me in return, to make sure that I stay healthy, enough so that I may regain my beauty and take care of man.
Forest is not only about wood, it is about people. Forest is about food security. Forest is about fresh water. Forest is about clean air. Forest is about biodiversity. Forest is about clean energy, and forest is about saving lives and property.
Nurturing forests is nurturing life. Forest is life.
All right, thank you so much, SFFI, for that very wonderful and nice presentation. Forest is Life and the Carbon Neutral Program. I hope everyone was able to listen and absorb the message on how important our forest and how it is very important that we should take care of it. At this moment, the president of the National Council President of the Society of Filipino Forester, Mr. Tommy Valdez, will be giving us a presentation on the Arbor Day celebration and the carbon neutral program. Sir Tommy, the floor is yours po.
Thank you and good afternoon. Actually, I don't have a presentation, but just to elaborate what the carbon neutral program is all about. Before that, I'd like to greet Regional Executive Director Paquito Melicor, represented by ARD Charlie Fabre. I saw the name of course, PRC Regional Director Narival Takike. Of course, our Regional President of SFFI Region 7, Peps Lese. There are, I think, 231 in the room, and I can no longer name you all. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. I'm so happy that Region 7 SFFI is holding this. You were the first among the 18 regions that are holding this, and it's so amazing to see 231 in the room attending this orientation for the celebration of the Arbor Day through the carbon neutral program convergence that we call. We had a MOA signing with Secretary Jim Sampulna, PRC Chairman Chupilo Pilando, and the Commissioner Albert de Guzman of the Climate Change Commission, and they were so happy about having this program. The first video that you watch is about the importance of the forest. Siguro nakita nyo naman, forest is about food, it is about water, it is about the air that we breathe, it is about the medicine that we're taking when we're sick, it is about protecting the lives of people and properties, and it is about protecting or preserving culture. So it is very important that we really have to take care of our forest, and what was mentioned by ARD Fabre a while ago in his speech, welcome address, noting that there are only 62,000 hectares being left in the 1.5 million hectares of forest land in Cebu is truly amazing. I mean, truly critical, and I think we have to work hard in order to bring back the vegetation in Cebu. No wonder siguro you've been feeling so hot in Cebu. Here in Pangasinan, our temperature even reached up to 52 degrees Celsius. It's really so hot. And if we do not do something, by 2050, we'll be suffering a lot of problems. Floods, more disasters, sickness, diseases. Maybe our food will be affected. There'll be no more, siguro even the air that we breathe will be lessened. Water will be reduced by, according to expert, will be reduced by 40%. So the carbon neutral program was conceived based on those threats of the climate change. So in this group, this is the second year that we are implementing the tree planting program nationwide with PRC, but we had a tree planting program with PRC in 2019 in Caliraya, Laguna. So that was the first, and it was considered as part of their founding anniversary, and was considered as a part of the corporate social responsibility, headed by then Commissioner Yolanda Reyes. Then I think it was last year that they finally adopted the carbon neutral program through the issuance of a resolution mandating all professionals to plant 100 trees. 100 trees because according to ERDB, a tree with a diameter of 10 centimeters can absorb about 4 to 15 kilograms of carbon dioxide depending on the species. And 100 trees, very conservatively, ito yung na-identify namin, in order for each Filipino to offset its carbon footprint, which is about 1.2 metric tons annually. So yun yung nai-emit ng bawat Pilipino na carbon dioxide that is adding into the greenhouse gas heating the whole earth. So the project was actually started in 2015. It was launched in Bocari, Iloilo, no less than the then Regional Executive Director and now Acting Secretary of DNR, Jim Sampulna. So it was in 2015. As foresters, we've been doing this. We've been planting trees since that time. But of course, we foresters have been planting trees ever since. And we're very happy that we now have all the professionals. We hope that you're not only planting 5 trees, we should be able to complete 100 trees in order to completely offset our carbon emissions. So with that, I'd like to wish you all in your tree planting on June 25. In Region 1, we have 4 sites. We have actually adopted 4 sites for this project. And in our meeting with the DNR Secretary, PRC Chairman Pilando, and Carbon Climate Change Commissioner De La Cruz, we should not only end up by tree planting, but tree growing. And I'd like to tell you as well that the Climate Change Commission is very happy to be a part of the program because that they've been looking for something to document their nationally determined commitment in reducing our carbon footprint by 75%. So they saw this project, Carbon Neutral Program, as one way of documenting it. And in fact, they said that they wanted to meet us to have a more clear way forward in pursuing this. The nationally determined commitment that the Philippines committed to the Paris Convention is actually due on 2030. So by then, I hope that you have, or maybe if you can complete your 100 trees earlier, it should be better. So again, thank you and good luck to your tree planting on June 25.
Thank you so much po, Sir Tommy. So ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tommy Valdez, the National Council President of the Society of Filipino Foresters, Inc. And to give us updates on CPD, may I call on Ms. Rizalen Maputol, the OIC Chief of the Regulation Division of Cebu Regional Office.
So good day everyone. I'm here to present the CPD updates. So to start, all professionals are required to submit CPD credit units every renewal of their PRC ID. So contrary sa inyong mga gakabasa online, mga fake news, all professionals are still required po to submit CPD unit. So no CPD, no renewal unless CPD undertaking is executed. So in 2023, no CPD, no renewal unless we receive an issuance na ma-extend si undertaking. So Resolution 1146 are the transition resolution and the implementation of the RA 10912, or aka the Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. So we will discuss the salient features of this transition resolution. So first we have CPD credit units shall not be more than 15 provided by the applicable law. So if you have observed, first implementation po ng CPD, 45 ang require. But by virtue of this resolution, being implemented starting 2019 March, from 45 naging 15 units na lang po ang ating CPD units requirement for the renewal of ID. However, except po dito yung ating social workers and for those professionals na mag apply po for ASEAN Engineer, ASEAN CPA, and ASEAN Architect. Ah, bakit po exempted si social workers? It is because it is indicated in their professional regulatory law that they should submit 45 credit units for the renewal of their ID. Then another feature, professionals working overseas shall not be covered by the CPD requirement. Yes po. Ang gamit po nating term dito, professionals working overseas, because this is not limited to only OFWs. We have mga professionals na directly hired by their companies in abroad, and also katong mga professionals who are residing na abroad and then working, but still they are Filipino citizen, because kung dili na sila Filipino, they won't be allowed to renew their professional identification card. So long as they can provide or submit proof of employment, it could be overseas employment certificate or contract. This OEC or contract is being issued by the POEA, or a valid work visa, or a valid employee ID. So ayan, pwede po namin silang ma-exempt from the CPD requirement basta naalang sila i-submit na proof of employment. So another feature, newly licensed professionals shall not be covered by the CPD requirement for the first renewal cycle after obtaining their license. So ang underlined words nato diri, first renewal cycle, dili first renewal. Ang common notion ani sa mga professionals kay, even if ang tagal nang nag-expire ng kanilang PRC ID tapos ngayon lang mag-renew, they are daw exempted from the CPD requirement. No. Ang tama pong term, first renewal cycle, which means 3 years after your registration year. So, example, if your registration year is in 2018, your FRC is only until 2021. So, if your renewal transaction is in 2022, you will be required to submit CPD units as requirement for the renewal of your ID. Again, uh, may exemption po si social workers and for those professionals na mag apply as ASEAN Engineer, ASEAN Architect, and ASEAN CPA. Another feature, professionals who executed an undertaking. So, ang unang implementation natin ng CPD is in 2017. So, kung naka-renew by that time and then or 2018 onwards, tapos hindi nakapag-submit ng CPD units but executed an undertaking, you only need to comply 15 credit units as compliance with the said undertaking. So, kung ang inyong utang na CPD units more than 15, you will only comply 15 from that utang plus 15 na required for this renewal. So, you only have to submit 30 credit units. Then kung less than naman ng 15 yung inyong undertaken units, so say 10 plus 15, you only need to submit 25 credit units. So by the way, we have an advisory. Na-extend po ang acceptance ng CPD undertaking until December 31 of this year. So this is in consideration po sa ating COVID-19 pandemic. So again, execution of the undertaking shall not constitute as a waiver of the CPD compliance, and such compliance shall be completed on the next renewal cycle. Bali po, giutang lang ang CPD units. Anya, ang consequence lang dayon ani on your next renewal, ma-accumulate ang number of units na inyuhang giutang unya plus ma-add on pa gyud to ang required na units for the next renewal. So medyo dako gyud ang inyong i-submit by then. Then accreditation of CPD program. So the CPD Council shall assign the CPD credit units for every program submitted. So who is the CPD Council? So under Section 7 of RA 10912 provides the creation of this council. It is composed of 3 members, chaired by someone who is from your regulatory board. Then first member is from your APO or APO or accredited professional organizations. And then second member from the academe. So itong CCPD Council, they have the discretion to approve, disapprove, or give units sa lahat ng CPD-related application. So, si PRC personnel, kami lang po yung nag-i-initial checking of your submitted requirements. So, initial checking as to completeness and as to the authenticity of your documents. Again, ang mag-a-approve, magbibigay ng units, mag-disapprove, etc. to all related CPD application, ito pong CPD Council of your concerned profession. So up to when is the implementation of the transition period? So the transition period shall end after the antecedents have been met. So these are the antecedent requirements. Isa na lang po yung kulang, yung ating guidelines for the career progression and specialization program. So si CPSP, si board po niyan ang gagawa ng guidelines. So pwede kayong mag-browse sa aming website for the issuances ng CPSP of your respective profession. So, another update will be Resolution 1239, or this is our way of thanking our frontliners and responders during this pandemic because by virtue of this resolution, they may be granted CPD credit units. So, who are COVID-19 frontliners and responders again may be granted with a maximum of 45 and 25 credit units respectively. So what to submit? There are 2 documents that you have to submit, Annex A or Annex B. Kung kayo po ay employed, Annex A po ang isasubmit, and then para naman po sa ating responder, Annex B. And then all photos of the activity may be optional. But there are council who required photos po. So who are we considered as frontliners? So ang ating mga frontliners, sila po yung na-employ in the hospitals or employed in DOH hospitals, hospitals of LGU, provincial, city, or RHUs, drug abuse treatment, rehab centers, mga police, even those social workers who help in the distribution of the amelioration program, sila po. And then, si responder naman, eto po yung mga nagbigay ng PPEs, nag-distribute ng food packs, or mga medical facilities para sa ating mga frontliners naman. And then, bawat po board or bawat profession, meron po kayong specific guidelines kung ano-ano po yung mga activities relating to the pandemic. Etong related to this resolution. So, you need to browse lang po kasi iba-iba naman as long as related to your profession po yung nagagawa during this pandemic. So, this is the sample of the Annex A. There should be letterhead of the institution or the agency with address and contact details. And then, naka-specify po dapat ang period. Halimbawa, nagsimula ng March 2020 up to present. So, lagay nyo lang dyan. And then, the most crucial part, ito pong second paragraph, you should provide the details of functions or specific task or accomplishment during the pandemic because this will be the basis of the CPD Council kung ilang units po ang kanilang igagrant. And then signed by probably your HR or kung sino pong authorized na magpirma for this certification. And then Annex B, etong blank, ang i-provide po dyan ay inyong profession. Then still, dapat naka-indicate yung period na na-render yung service and then specify kung ano pong service yon. Then, si Annex B lang, kailangan may attachment na proof or certification from the institution po na nabigyan nyo nung service. And then, sir, your signature na dito ni professional. So, how to earn CPD credit units? There are 3 common ways on earning CPD credit units. So, first is you need to attend seminars or trainings offered by an accredited CPD providers. So, again, hindi po ibig sabihin na accredited provider na yung mag-conduct ng program, automatic po lahat ng programs accredited. No. Kailangan din yung programs na kanilang i-offer were applied as CPD program and was approved. Hindi automatic. So, kailangan na-approve mo na yung program bago i-conduct para mabigyan ng CPD units. And then second is to apply for credit units under self-directed and or lifelong learning. Ito po yung mga seminars, trainings, workshops that you have attended conducted by non-accredited CPD provider. So, pwede pa rin po yun magamit. You only need to submit it under self-directed modality or post-event accreditation para po mabigyan ng corresponding credit units. Kasama na rin po dito yung inyong mga master's degree, doctoral degree, or yung Bachelor of Laws. Pwede pong i-apply din under SDL modality. And then third would be participate in programs initiated by the PRC and the PRBs for the development of the profession. So, uh, example of these PRC initiated programs is our tree planting activity and then our activities during the PRC week celebration. We have applied it to the PMC para po mabigyan ng CPD credit units and na-approve naman po ng 3 CPD credit units. And then how to apply? First, you need to create your CPDAS account. So, CPDAS account, mababrowse po yan sa aming website, yung aming CPDAS. And then second is log into your account and apply for activities for accreditation. So, again, kapag po ang i-apply yung Annex A or Annex B, scan copy lang po nung Annex A and Annex B. And then your step 3 will be just select PRC cashier but disregard payment since payment po ay waive for that application. Again, Annex A, Annex B as frontliner or responder, wala pong babayaran. Kailangan lang i-apply under post-event accreditation through the CPDAS. And then kapag ang i-apply naman non-accredited seminars, trainings, workshop, or your master's or doctoral degree, your step 3 will be you may opt to select PRC cashier as payment channel or you can pay via debit or credit or PayMaya. Pero po, etong sa master's or doctoral degree, kailangan po authenticated diploma or TOR ang isubmit. And then, kapag hindi pa tapos or units earned lang, you should request a certification from your registrar na na-earn na ni mga units and then kato lang siya ang i-apply. And then for trainings and seminars, we will only accept sa certificates issued within 3 years upon application. So kung example, ang application ninyo is karon na year, ang i-accept lang na mo ana will be 2019 onwards. But for the master's, doctoral degree under academic track, wala pong time frame. So, kahit 1990s pa nag-graduate, you can still apply it. Depende na po ni council kung anong ilang units po ang maa-approve dyan. And then, make it in a PDF file. Kapag marami pong certificate, i-combine nilang po into one PDF para isang application lang. By the way, SDL or Post-Event Accreditation, ang babayaran po ay 500 per application, not per certificate. So, kapag maraming certificate or sasama nyo na yung inyong TOR, combine it into one PDF para isang bayaran lang. But again, si kaning Annex A, Annex B, wala pong babayaran. The no hard copies will be submitted in the PRC office. Again, this is all done through the CPDAS. Then once approved, you may check if you may check the status of your application through your CPDAS dashboard also. So again, this is another update. So CPDAS is now connected with the LERI. So the processor can now view your earned CPD credit units. So regardless kung from attending CPD program, accredited CPD program, or applied under post-event accreditation or the self-directed modality. So again po, we are encouraging all professionals to create your CPDAS account through this link. Again, CPDAS is a separate account from your LERIS. Yung LERIS po, yun po yung ginagamit for the renewal of your ID. CPDAS naman po para sa inyong CPD application. So, what are the benefits when having a CPDAS account? So, first is you can view your earned CPD credit unit. So, once attended CPD program is reflected on your CPDAS account, you need not bring the certificate na to our office during the renewal of your ID. Kay we can makita na namo sa among end. And then, you can also apply for post-event accreditation. Again, post-event accreditation is a process in which a licensed professional can apply their obtained postgraduate degrees or non-CPD accredited certificates to be given with corresponding credit units. So, for illustration, ngun ani ang itsura sa inyong CPDAS na account, there makita na nga nanay approved credit units, and then kani back end sa amo as processor makita na sad na nimo. You just have to tell us nga na approve na para ma-check na mo. And then notes for the attended CPD programs to reflect on your account, CPD's account. The CPD provider should upload the attendance as well as the completion report through the CPDAS. So, kapag po may na-attend kayong programs in October 2020 onwards, tapos hindi pa nag-reflect sa inyong account, dapat po i-follow up si provider kasi sila po yung nag-upload ng attendance. Hindi po kami. Unless it is a PRC-initiated activity. So, commonly encountered problem when accessing or making an account sa CPDAS using your mobile phone. So, kapag ganito po yung nag-reflect, hindi nakikita yung profession, you just tap this ellipsis or itong tatlong dots. Chrome po ito, Chrome na browser. Then request desktop site. I don't know if applicable sa ibang browser sa phone. Then, request desktop site, and then yan. Magre-reflect na yung profession. So, here are our contact details sa aming application section. Ito. Then, registration section, yung pong IDs kung available na or your board certificate, yung parang diploma of your profession. You can follow up nyo lang po dito. And then, CPD related here. So, that ends my presentation. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Ma'am Reyes, for the CPD updates. By the way, let me just reiterate po, we encourage all our professionals to create your CPDAS account. We will be sending the direct link for the CPDAS account on the chat box. Right, andyan na po sa chat box. That's the direct link for the CPDAS on how to make your CPDAS account. For those who are raising their hands, all your questions and clarifications will be answered later po. We will have our open forum. We will have Q&A later. So right now, you may write them down. I-take note lang po muna those questions, and they will be answered later on, right after all the presentations are finished. All right, at this moment, Mr. Cicilo Abiso of the DENR 7 will be giving us a presentation on how to plant a tree.
Hello, good afternoon. Madungog ra? Please thumbs up if madungog ra. Kung tingog. Okay, thank you. So for a while, ha. So now let me present this topic, how to plant. This is very basic, but ato ni siyang gi-appeal since as experienced last June 8 na tree planting nato nga gikandak na ay adjud gihapoy wala matarong og tanom. So mahog na ni siya og refresher nato nga tanan, and then a reminder na dapat matarong nato og tanom ang atong mga seedlings, and hopefully successfully mo-grow ang ato ang mga ipangtanom nga seedlings or atong ipangtanom this June 25. So next slide, sir, please. So paspason lang nato ni siya, no? So proper steps in planting. First, lift each seedling carefully. Only handle them by the bottom, never on the delicate stems and leaves. So naatay mga seedlings nga medyo delicate kanang, so dapat atong itarong og handle. So next is gently compress the soil, ensuring that the soil increases its contact with the roots of the seedling. So ato ni siyang buhaton since naay uban nga mga potting medium nga loose. So ato ni siya i-compress since later ato ikisi ang mga plastics. So aron dili mabungkag, ato siyang i-compress. Next is carefully rip the plastic and do not throw it because it will be used afterwards. So next, cautiously push the soil from the bottom while pulling out the plastic. So dili na to basta-basta kisiun kay chances are magisi or mabungkag ang soil. So posible nga mamatay ang atong itanom nga soil since seedlings, since the soil nga is mabungkag. Fifth is place the seedling at the center of the planting hole. So sa site nga atong tanan this June 25, prepared na ang site, available na mga hole digging, ang igo na lang ta pagtanom. And then sixth is fill the planting hole with the soil that comes from the whole of the surrounding soil. So ato na siyang tabunan. So ingana ra siya ka simple. So basically ang pagtanom nato is i-compress, ilunod sa bangag, tabunan, and then itumba na to gamay ang ihang surrounding soil or sa hole aron dili siya dali masudlan og tubig. Di po nato kayo palabihan og duot. So next. So make sure that to cover the ball soil of the seedling with enough surrounding soil. Lightly step on the surrounding soil to compress and secure the planted seedling. And then the final part is put the plastic at the top of the stick as an indicator of the planted seedling. So dili na to ilabay ang plastics, naman tayo mga sticks, itungtong na to sa ibabaw. So next is steps in geotagging photos or pag-geotag sa atong mga gipangtanom nga kahoy. So why we need to do this? So ato ni siyang buhaton as in order for us or for the SFFI, for the PRC to really verify if nakatanom ba jud of such quantity or ingana kadaghanon nga seedlings ang mga participants. So ang ato lang gi-adapt nga Android application which is commonly used is kaning geo camera. So siguro after this presentation, I will share for those who are wala dili pa available na sa ilahang mga application, i-share na mo diri sa chat box for them to familiarize and use this later on during our tree planting activity. Previous slide. So, in order to start for this application, dapat atong ma-turn on ang iyahang location. So, tanan man siguro nga atong mga devices na ay location icon. And then go to GeoCam app or the Geo camera. So, unsa may naka-special ani siya nga type of camera, although there are some other cameras available in the Play Store or in the App Store, but we prefer to use this application since muna sa niya itong ginagamit sa DNR for documentation of our projects, such as sa atong greening programs. So, yes ma'am, this is free application, Android application, but but for iPhones medyo lisod ni siya nga i-install since ang iPhone medyo pilian. So compatible ni siya sa Android. So sa third part is kani makita na to gi-encirclean sa ibabaw, wait for the app to load until the GPS reading is appeared. So dili ta maka-capture ani og photos unless naka-initialize na ang coordinates nga kanang naka-reflect sa ibabaw, date, time, latitude and longitude, including its accuracy. Mas smaller ang iyang accuracy figure, mas accurate ang location sa inyong photo, sa inyong gitanom. Next. So naani mga tools or icons sa kilid left side. So naani pen, may location, may tracking tool, may question mark. So nga to lang gamiton ani for this purpose is kaning pen. Sa uban siguro nga dili wa pa nagamit ani siya nga application, you may take a screenshot, or although amo ni siyang i-share sa chat box later ang kaning presentation for those who are not yet familiar with the application. So click the pen icon on the left side of the screen. So once maklik na to ni siya, it indicates any activity or contract number. So sa ato ang activity, kuan man ni siya, tree planting activity, pwede na to siya diha og air name o Arbor Day celebration, tree planting, or anything you want nga mahinumduman ninyo asa siya nga folder, masulod ang mga pictures. So input the name of the activity, then click save. So ato na siya ka-simple. Next. So name of the activity will be successfully saved. And then click the camera button to take photos. Next is photo will be automatically saved. Then wait for the camera ready to take another photo. So dili ni siya pwede same sa normal camera nga pwede nimo siya continuous shot. So na siya certain seconds nga pwede ka maka-take na og another photo kay mag-initialize pa man siya. So next, for locating the files. So ato lang gyapon ta sa my files, or dili kay ko sa feature or tawag ani sa inyong phones, but ato ra gyapon ato ta mo diretso sa internal storage. Okay, line every phone line mo gud siya og formatting sa mga files, but internal storage and then DCIM. So tanan makita na to dito sa DCIM, and then sulod sa DCIM, makita na to ang geocam. So automatically, musud dire ang picture plus makita ninyo ang subfolder ani kung unsa to inyong gi-rename or gi folder name during katong pen earlier nga katong name of the activity. So ron dali na lang siya pag-locate. So mo ni siya. In the geocam folder, you will find the taken geotag photos saved by date. So panalitan, not just for our tree planting activity, if ever mogamit mo ani of your other activities, ang pag-save ani nga mga geotag photos per day or per date. So naka-folder siya per date. So di mo maglisod og pangita, di siya mosagol sa other photos. So mo ni sample sa geotag photo. Sa upper left, makita na to diya ang date and time. Kanus siya na-capture. And then latitude, longitude, and its accuracy. So mo ni sample sa geotag photo. Kani siya nga geotag photo, pwede na to ni siya with the use of other free application, pwede na to ni siya i-upload sa Google Earth. So makita ninyo mismo dito if asa jud located ang inyong mga ipangtanom nga seedlings. So this one way of verifying nga naa jud dito ang inyong itanom. So I think that would be all for the presentation on how to plant and the geotagging. Thank you and good afternoon.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Cicilo. I hope tanan naminaw, no? I hope everyone listened and naminaw jud, because later on, I think actually we will be having a post test. Are you ready? Can you give me a thumbs up? Is everyone ready for the post test? For the pre-test and post-test, actually. Wala nag-thumbs up, dili ready. All right, let me give you Sir Robert Martinez. All right, can you please check the chat box? The link for the pre-test and the post-test. Andyan na po.
Post-test.
I'm sorry.
Post-test.
Post-test. The link for the post-test is already on the chat box. Kindly check the chat box. All right, andyan na po ang link ng post-test. All right. So ang purpose aning post-test to check if you really listened on the presentations regarding the tree planting activity on June 25. So this will be checked one by Sir Pip. Right minus wrong. All right. Please give me a thumbs up, everyone, if you were able to open the link for the post-test. Sir Daniels, Ma'am Irene, Ma'am Lerma, very good. How about the others? Were you able to open the post-test? All right, Ma'am Marimar Mantuhay. Thank you. All right. While nag-open tano sa link sa post test, while we are answering the post test, let me give you the DENR 7. Sorry. The SFFI President of the Central Visayas Council, rather, Mr. Jose Layese Jr., Sir Pip, to give us or to brief us on what to do on the tree planting day on June 25, 2022. Sir Pip, the floor is yours.
Hindi na lang ko mag-share, no? Hindi pa na madali. Makita na ko? Good afternoon sa inyong tanan. Natural, kung nga ito sa sites, there are at least more than 6 sites na within Central Visayas. So, murag kada sinro gali doon na sila planting sites. So, kininoon kayo, mga common magkani, for foresters, dali ra kayo kay anad naman sila og mga kaso. Ang importante, ang atong attire, preferably, kanang pang field yun, no? Nya, among gi-advise, nga kung ikaw, member ka sa APO, doon na may uniform, so you should wear your uniform para mailhan mo og unsa mo nga accredited professional organization or accredited integrated professional organization. So, para may identity kung unsa nga grupo. So, init man ang panahon, we should have a head cover. So, pwede og hats, caps, and sun protectors. Pwede sa mga mudaog, towelets, ug dagko kayo nga kanang maka-cover gapon sa inyo ug sa singot ninyo, panington mo. So, magsibuano na lang ko kay gamay raman diri ang Tagalog. Si Preston may Tagalog siguro dire. Then the third is towelets or para sa singot ra gyud. Nya then bring extra attire. So pwede t-shirt. So mao na atong buhaton. Then bisag wala na gi-allow kay pwede na dili mag face mask. Kinahanglan gyud siguro tagapon ta magdala og face mask and hand sanitizer. So magkuan lang ta, safe lang ta. And 6, natural, rubber shoes, hiking or mountain shoes, ang atong isulob. Then, kung wala lang ka sa field, kanang hapit na nahuman na, magdakag payong kay lisod man po, dako man og coverage ang payong. Pero dili nga to sa pagpadanorma, kanang human na, gamiton ang umbrella. So, for possible rain before or immediately after the event. Then, number 8. So nag-istorya ta ganina og geotagging. So one thing yun, ang geotag mahimo na nato using the Android or kanang unsa ni nga phone, iPhone. Android phone with pre-installed geotagging application. So naa na tong geotag kay para nag-abot dito, mag-picture na lang ta. Katong gi-share naman tong applications, tanaw na lang ninyo, i-share gihapon na mo ang katong presentation ni Forester Albiso. Number 9, do not expect nga pag-abot ninyo dito, sakto ng lungag. Kaya usay magdali-dali nagpalungag, bisag preparar na kitabangan. So kinahanglan dyan pong tag-digging tools, kay kanang lungag, magdali-dali na, dili na maayo pagkalungag. So magdala tag digging tools kung gusto ta nga mabuhi ang atong seedlings. So we are not here for tree planting alone. We are here for raising trees. So meaning ana atog yung patubuon ug dunay tree growing. Ginaingon nila tree growing. So dapat gyud ang atong gitanom i-maintain gyapon nato. Kay inigihap ana sa 100 trees, tingalig 50 trees na buhi. So dili gyapon ka makatawag, mahimo siguro na kay certificate pero magilty ka kay 53 sa gid imong na buhi nga tanom. And number 10, magdala na mo og food and drinking water. So pwede na gyapon ka magdala og Goldilocks at sa side. Pero pwede na siguro tubig o kung ganahan mo og tubig kana mga mineral tubig kana mga quenching better than water na drinks. Ginaingon pa sa Gatorade, mas maayo pa sila sa tubig. So muna ito mga dadon. And number 11, ang atong transpo. Do not expect the organizers to provide you with the transportation. Na ay transportation, pero kung ganahan mo, mag-pool mo. So siguro ka nga naa mo sakyan. Kay layo ba itong bukid, kinahanglan doon ay sakyanan. So I think, maura man siguro na atong maiskutan. And thank you.
Alright. Nakuha ba ito tanan? Gisulti ni Sir Pip?
Na i-post lang ka pa. I-post ang mga...
The do's and don'ts will be posted on the official Facebook page po. Sa event page. On the event page of PRC Cebu. So please check. Murag daghan na ang naka-open sa post test link. Very good. I hope everybody who are present on this meeting will be able to submit the post test. All right, I think Sir Pip, I will now start the open forum. All right. So at this point po, we will now open the floor for your questions, clarifications, so that they will be addressed. You may raise your hands virtually, or you may send a message po through chat box for your message and clarifications. As for Mr. Daniel Fernando Mondoy, where do you download the application?
Hello. Hello, good afternoon. May question na rin, no? Pwede po ba ang DA Geocam? Yes po. Pwede ra jud kayo. Okay ra og dili mo gamit provided nga geo camera, but please situate nga geo camera gihapon ang atong gamiton, although not sa DNR geo camera. Basta na lang embedded ang location or coordinates. Mora na importante for us to verify nga dito jud ang mga gitanom. And also reminder po nga sa atong mga ipang send or ipang submit nga mga geotag photos, isa lang ka geotag per di ba magtanong dili na to daghanon og picture and then isend na to tanan. So for one planted seedling, so mao lang na atong i-submit. So bali og 5 ka seedlings inyong natanong, 5 lang pud ka picture, not times 2 or times 3, but same seedlings lang. Thank you.
All right, there's another question po. Ilang units po ba maki-credit for this tree planting activity? Ma'am Reese?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. For clarification, PRC Cebu applied this activity as one of our PRC Week celebrations activity. So this has been approved with 3 CPD units. Pero as for the foresters, per Sir Pip, kay gi-approve daw ni sa ilahang council na 6 CPD units for the foresters po. So we are still waiting sa other PRBs and CPD councils of your respective professions kung musugot sila nga 6 units. But surely, naana mo'y 3 CPD units po. Thank you.
All right, Sir Pip, there's a suggestion here. Planting maybe the polythene bags will be bring back in order to avoid waste.
Mas maayo gid ang mada, no? Kung mada ninyo ang polyethylene bag or gitawag na nila plastic pero polyethylene man na, mas maayo nga dadon nga dani kuan gyapon kay lisod man na madunot ang polyethylene bags. So kana ra siguro maklaro nga pwede man na ibutang kaniadto ang practice kay ibutang mo na sa kung naay marker na unsa na stake ato ibutang. So mahog lang gyapon na siya. So better nga magdala dadlo na sa balay niya ilabay sa sakto nga paglabay following the proper waste management practices. Thank you.
All right. Another question. I submitted more than 15 CPD units when I renewed last May 2022. Yung sobrang units, pwede po ba yun magamit for the next renewal? Di kasi nagsabi ang PRC Cebu na 15 units lang ang needed for renewal.
May I ask kung ang CPD units nga gi-apply under academic track? But if not, ang sobra po, hindi po siya ma-carry over for the next renewal cycle. However, you can still use the sobra as pambayad for your undertaken units during your previous renewal. So, ang pwede lang na mo wait po. Ang pwede lang ma-carry over to your next renewal cycle na CPD units are units earned under Resolution 1239 katong sa frontliner o responder, and then credit units earned from post-event accreditation under academic track, which is kada inyuhang master's or doctoral degree or Bachelor of Laws. So for credit units earned from attending CPD accredited program, hindi po siya ma-carry over to the next renewal cycle. Thank you.
Clarification po on the link submitted, on the link provided on the chat box, Sir Cecilio.
Yes, for the post-test, though ang naka-labeled as pre-test to siya, wala lang na-update, but that is for post-test nga gi-share.
Okay. For clarification, the link po on the chat box, same lang po yun. Post-test and pre-test. Wala lang na-edit. That was it po. All right, another question here, Sir Pip. Good afternoon, sir. Need pa ba magpadala mi communication letter to department heads or office in Bohol? Ma'am Ana Fehilot, can you please clarify po? Ma'am Ana Fe, can you please clarify po your question?
Hello, ma'am. May I comment on the chat of Ma'am Anafe? For Dina Regional Office, kasi we were able to send invitations to the different national government agencies, including other private organizations. So I think that was sorry, na-mute di ay. So for siguro no per the query or chat of Ma'am Ana Hilot, need pa ba magpadala ng communication letter to department heads of office in Bohol? Yes, ma'am. There is a regional office. We're able to send communication invitation letters to the different agencies, including other organizations, inviting them to participate the event or the tree planting activity. So I think most need button for them to as basis on sending their representatives or participants per organization or agency within Bohol. Thank you.
Correct. I hope, Ma'am Ana, that answers your question po. Let's move on. There are two questions which is related ra siya, no? So basahon na lang nako ang duha. From Sir Palomar, required po ba ang maka-attend this meeting? And from Sir Elgin, ma'am, pwede maka-join ang wala ka-appeal sa orientation today pero mo join sa event in June 25, which is tree planting activity. Tree planting. Reason is busy sa work.
Okay. The orientation and the pre-registration registration is a requisite for participating in the tree planting activity. So importante yun na maka-register mo because we are also using your data para that matarong na mo ang kung SFFI ka matarong. Then the PRC also would have a data set including sa Arbor Day. That's one reason why we have the Google form. So mo na atong rason, no? Yeah. Second, to ease the registration kay katong last year gubot kaya kay na may manual, so wala man tay tao labaw pa sa SFFI, wala man tay tao magka-manage. So better na naa na ang automatic nga naa tay data set para dili na maglibog dito. So ang ato na lang tanawon dito sa site ang planting ug ang but sa registration nato mao nang gitawag nga record, pwede gyapon ang basta naka-register ka, pwede ka makatan-aw lang gyapon sa orientation sa recorded. So mao na ato tan-awon kung makatan-aw gay mo sa recorded, naka-register mo, maka-participate sa activity sa tree planting. So mao ra na hinautan na klaro. Thank you.
All right. Region 7 DENR Senro Argao is raising their hands. Ma'am, sir, you are recognized po.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Clarification lang, ma'am, sa DNR Senro Argao, yung site na na-submit na, ang among site na submitted sa regional office for Arbor Day tree planting is Kambudlot, Nogas, Alcoy, Cebu. Then sa form nga gipapilian kay Bundo man Uslob. So ang nasubmit na mo gyud pag kami katong gi-require mi pag pasabit ang office ang Kambudlot, Nogas, Alcoy nya with map na siya. Kay mama na among site pod last year sa Arbor Day site naman jud may gi-identify dito nga Arbor Day site since last year. So basin dili ba maggandak medyo planting karong 25 dili makreditan dili makuan siya kay wala sa katong gipapilian nga location.
Okay, si kinsa ni si
Abet, si Elizabeth,
si
may hapon tanan, may hapon.
So ang among gi-require gyud nga naay mapa. So if you could submit the map, pwede na siya ma-include sa atong site planting site. So pwede ma-accredit so long as nakasubmit mo og mapa o katong data sets nato nga matrix nga spacing, with pila ka buok manpower, pila ka buok makatanom. So mora na requirement, pwede na ma-appeal nato sa gitawag nato nga planting site nga atong magamit. So pwede ra gyapon na bisag bundo ka hinoon wala siguro na ma-check dito, pero pwede gyapon na ma-appeal. So one gali na naging na yung sa diri nga forester nga naingon nga naslay urban biodiversity among gi-advise nga i-submit lang ang mapa, then ang ilang geotag picture, then nakasuan sila diri sa atong pre-registration, ma-appeal lang gyapon nato. Thank you.
So, okay, Sir Peps, kay actually, ang bundo, wala naman na siya gi-identify karon kay mo na among gitamnan atong pag June 8 ang sa bundo niya. Kana siya.
Mana kay ang June 8 ug ang June 25 kung naalay mapa, pwede ma-include sa atong kuan. So maawahi lang siya pre-register kung katong nag-appeal sa bundo ron, nag-appeal sa pre-registration, na-count gyapon nato as sa CPD units. Thank you.
Okay, so ma-count ra gyapon to, Sir Peps.
Okay. Basta na ay geotag.
Okay.
Ay geotag.
Ay, sige. Sige, thank you. So klaro na nako, Sir Peps, no, kay katubang nga wala karon nakapaminaw, wala siya lang maka-registro kay namang good may activity sa field. So pwede ra gyud makapaminaw sa recorded. Mukuan sila gihapon.
Na pre-register registration sa.
Register sila kay namang good sila.
Hindi na tayo manumano dito sa pag-register ninyo.
Sige. Thank you.
Hello, Sir Peps.
Hello.
Sir, si Raimundo Torrios ni sir. Nato ako pangutan na sir regarding aning attendance na mo. Pag fill up na mo dito sir, na katong choices kabahin sa salog ang among gi-click tungod kay taga Hitapi rapod me. Taga Hitapi Bohol me. Then pag results kuan naman kanang dimyaw manon. Hello sir.
Hello. Mabati ko?
Yes sir.
Unsa imong pangutana kay wa may kabati ganina?
Okay. Ang location na mo atong gi-click sir is Barangay Salog, Sitio Lumboy, Hitafe, Bohol. Then ang result sir is katumang Dimyaw.
Dimyaw. Ang sa asa ka sa Sendro?
Sa kuan ko sir sa Bohol ko sir.
Pero wala kas DNR.
Wala ko sa DNR sir ning.
Okay, mao man gi-submit sa NGP nga site for the tree planting. So kung imo nang gikuan suportahin nagmapa. I-submit diri sa NGP para ma-included siya sa atong planting site. So ang imo lang gi-state ra nimo nga among planting site diri pero wa kay supporting map. So mag-submit ka og map sa planting site para ma-appeal siya sa atong CPD units.
Bisan og
kanang the NGP office. Kari kang Forester Cecilio Albiso. Submit nimo ang mapa para ma-included siya sa planting site.
Bisan buta na sa advertisement sa PRC sir nga na atong Barangay Salog.
Sir.
Bisan og naana na sa katong advertisement daw sa PRC sir kanang Barangay Salog, Sitio Lumboy.
Ma-appeal na basta magka-submit kag mapa. Si Forester Cecilio para mas maklaro.
Sir, may I comment?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Regarding your concern, same kanihawag na experience. Although ang akong nag-register sad ko, akong gi-click is for Balamban, but at the last part, yung confirmation ng registration is ang dito for Bohol is Dimyaw. Wala pa lang to naka-indicate, sir. But kung na-click nito earlier na Hitafe.
Yes, sir.
Na-site to dito, sir.
Na-site na to dito, sir.
Natoy gi-reflect earlier or gi-chat si ma'am sa PRC earlier na mga contact person every Senros or DNR field offices. You may contact them for
Okay.
further clarification of the sites and please coordinate lang nila.
Okay, sir. Kami, sir, Gitafe, which is dool na siya sa Talibon. Ang katong gi-reflect dito, sir, na mga contact sa Talibon, sir, wala sila nahatag ng contact number.
For Talibon area, sir, is si Sir Forester Abu Mona siya atong National Greening Program Coordinator for DNR Field Office in Sinro, Talibon.
Oo, pero wala nakabot na nga itong contact number niya, sir.
Wala, sir.
Wala, sir.
Well, sir, ako yung check.
Okay, sir.
Pero paano sa dili siya hindi?
Miss Marcia Luz Salcedo is asking, are there free seedlings and where to secure?
Good afternoon. Asan imong location, sir? Kay every Senros, mayroon silang mga nurseries na ready for this kind of activities, tree planting. But if you need more seedlings for plantation type, we can refer you to Penro Negros Oriental.
Yes,
There
sir.
is mechanized facilities in Negros Oriental that produces seedlings. So mas maganda yung seedlings doon kasi naka-tray yung 100 seedlings. So easy to haul and easy to plant, no? Mas mataas yung survival kasi nakalagay
Malaki
sila,
na.
nakabutang sa tray, seedling tray.
Okay. Ano, sir, I'm sorry I don't have a camera kay Old Tech ang ako ang PC, but I am the current president of PICPA Negros Oriental, and the incoming school year fiscal year which will start karong July, lahi na pud ang amo nga president, but currently ako man, and then I got this advisory a few days ago, so parang I'm kind of lost as to how we may coordinate with kanang securing the seedlings and even coordinating with some of our members kay ano man siya, from Basay kami to Canlaon actually ang coverage sa PICPA, but we are not that cohesive, meaning yung nasa Dumaguete lang yung medyo nagkaka-meet or ano ba yan, kanang magkasabot nga na ay mga activity, but nonetheless we would like to localize the tree planting activity wherein those in Ayungon or those in Bindoy who are kanang mga PICPANs living nearby can join kay para we need not go to a very long travel ba to join the tree planting. So coming sa Dumaguete and nearby, we opted for San Jose because that's the nearest from Dumaguete. So I think we have the liberty to choose naman siguro individually, although as an organization like we are members of PICPA, we join the activity.
So kung sa Dumaguete ka,
yes,
you
sir.
coordinate with Penro Berno Gripaldi, and for Sendro Bindoy and up to Canlaon, you coordinate your members to Sendro Concordio Rimorosa, and as I have said, ang pinakadaghan og seedlings karon stock nasa Sendro Ayungon because they have the mechanized nursery operations in Banban, Ayungon.
Banban, sige. Sige sir, I will try to contact sa amo ang mga LGU accountants kay basin they can help us also how we might kanang go about this kay murag ang uban kilayuan, and then siguro transportation is also a problem here kay magkalagyo-lagyo, but may I just get the names na lang po sir sa Dumaguete Sendro kay possibly they can coordinate kay parang office to office communication baka pwedeng may protocol kasi.
If you can write down, ma'am, ang atong
Yes po.
Sinro karon sa Dumaguete is Maricor Katada.
Maricor Katada, yes po.
Ang atong Penro si Berno Gripaldi.
Verno Grifalde. Sige sir, thank you. I'll try to visit the office so that we can also coordinate with these offices and possibly our other members pod. Okay, we had like a short notice lang talaga, and then we'll try to make use and make the most of what we can do by June 25. Sige sir, thank you.
All right. All right. Bachelor's degree ko po ay forestry and my master's degree is agriculture, horticulture. Pwede po ba yun for CPD unit to renew my PRC license in forestry?
Yes. You can apply your master's degree po through CPDAS, regardless kung related or not to your profession. That will be the discretion of the CPD council concerned kung pila ang ilang i-approve. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Ask lang po if naa pa by second batch for orientation. Naamong ko'y nag-register ganina pa nga why gisendan og link for registration.
Hello. Regarding this orientation, we will post the recording to our event page sa Facebook. So please like the event page and inform your colleagues or friends so we're not able to join this orientation nga mag-view na lang dadto para makita nila ang instructions kung unsaon pagplant of trees and then what to wear, what to bring during the activity. So shared on the chat box ang link for the event page sa Facebook page. And also, tanan details regarding this activity will be posted on the said event page. Thank you.
How about the 45 units to be granted to those frontliners who worked during the onset of the pandemic? I started working at the front line last November 2021. Pwede pa po ba ako maka-avail for the 45 CPD units?
Yes, as long as you are still in the state of public health emergency, please ask a certification from the hospital you're employed with and then siguro sa HR. And if si HR nino dili pa aware nga naay ingon ani nga resolution, you can always request PRC Cebu to conduct an orientation to the hospital o para sa mga staff kay mas thorough ang mo orientation, i-include na mo ang steps for the renewal of your IDs. Just send us a letter request and send it to this email. ro7@prc.gov.ph. Copy furnish ro7.regulationdiv@prc.gov.ph para makabalo ang HR and other paninyo nga mga colleagues regarding that resolution. Thank you.
As per Mr. Diomedes Yong, how about joining in Bondo o Slob? Asa man mag-abot?
Hello. Hello ma'am, good afternoon. Ma'am Abet, ma'am, maka-respond ka sa query ni sir o ni
Sir? Oh, hello sir. Pwede ra ko sir?
Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead ma'am please.
Okay, sir. Kanang clarification lang sir kay katong sa last year ba nga Arbor tree planting sa Nugas Alcoy kana nga nag-upload man mi atog mga katong 10 geotag photos pagkanda kog tree planting. So unsay update ato sir naa nato credit? Unsa may kalambuan nato? Kay naman may format ato nga i-upload to siya mga photo sa geotag.
From Sindro Argao, kindly answer the concern of the first question nga about asa sila mo manukad kung mag-tree planting dito sa Uslob. asa sila mo standby, asa dito ang inyong meeting place to start the tree planting activities. From Sindro Argao, please, the NGP coordinator of your part of this video conference.
Okay, sir. Sir, Yardi Charlie, maayong hapon. Si Elizabeth Rivac ni sa Dinar Sendro Argao regarding sa katong i-mention ni mo nga Oslob. Actually, wala na nato na siya gi-submit sa region for katong sa Arbor Day. Ang gi-submit na mo atong May is di kuan gani nga Kambudlot Nugas Alcoy. Sumoto ako bitang gi-clarify gani ha. Kay nakasubmit mi na og mapa, kay gipasubmit man ta tong May. Unya karon sa result, ang nabutang dito nga gipapilian sa registration kay Bundo Oslob. Actually, ang Bundo Oslob amo tong gitamnan atong June 8. Na-submit po na mo to siya sa region kay kanang naman to'y pre-submission sa pag-identify og site atong June 8. So bundo to siya. Nya karong sa Arbor Day, June 25, adto sa Kambudlot Nugas Alcoy, Cebu.
So advice sa mga participants sa Sindro Argao area, dito dieta sa Alcoy ang inyong tree planting because yung Oslob natamna na sa January 8 katong
June 8,
June 8 kung
nationwide tree planting,
tree planting ng BNR.
Sir, pwede pa ko, Sir Yardi, Charlie, pwede ko maka-raise bag concern.
Kadyo sa ma'am, kay ato sa tungkol concern kanina ng isa, si
Sir, yes ma'am, we will address your question to Sir Peps regarding, ma'am, you may please repeat your concern na natabunan sa
Ang last year.
Itong last year, Sir Peps, nga nag-planting, nag-upload man mi atong photos nga naka-jutag, nga nagtanom mi sa katong Alcoy. Kambudlot ra gihapon Nugas Alcoy. Actually, ang Kambudlot Nugas Alcoy, i-identify na mo na siya as Arbor Day site, 5 hectares. So, kada Arbor Day, dito na may mag-planting. So, na-submitted na sa region niya. Motong natingala mi karon kay katong sa gipapilian sa site, bundo may naglusot, bundo may gipapilian, wala ang katong Nugas Alcoy. So, motong ako gi-clarify ganiha kay basig mag-planting mi dito, dili makreditan.
Na ay map nya na kay geotag picture nya nag-register ka, pwede na siya ma-appeal. Tante na kay document to support nga mao na na-identify nga planting site. So kanang kung naa ka ana makakuan yung tag 6 CPD units. Pag approve na naman to sa kuan katun sigurong usay madugay man ang pag-approve dito kay padapa man nato, so magbuhat na lang ta. Pero mao gid nga naay included yun na kung diri sa CPD units nato pwede ra na. So naay mo man siguro man tagnapam si Prestom ug unsay napabas Prestom nga ang pag sa mga units ari na sa regional board na move ang region na may handle. Pero kana mga plano-plano pa siguro na, but we are going to that direction. So dili na siguro ta maglisod about accreditation of CPD units kung ma-regionalize na. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I am from Negros Oriental and I choose Atotes Bindoy for the activity. Do I still need to go to Bindoy before the activity to coordinate with Penro?
Ang simple site ka mo. Ikaw na ito ba? Ma'am, Mary Ann, kanang ang atong motoy ng gipangutana ganina og asa ang assembly. So kung ready na ang site niya ang imong NGP coordinator or the asa ka ma'am sa Bindoy. So naaman si Vice President si Rico Sarong ug ang NGP coordinator nga si Bukol, si Aladdin Bukol, pwede kang maka-coordinate dito. So ilan na nang gitanawang site. So kung ready na, pwede na ka mga to sa assembly site nya, sila na mo guide nimo. Sila na mo tabang og tag og pag-identify sa planting site nimo.
Sir
Thank
Pips.
you.
Sir
Naapod
Pips.
si Pres Baha
Sir
na
Pips.
sa ikasulti.
Dalam update kadang sa atutis Bindoy ato ng June 8 nila gitamna na natong June 8 ang ilang area para sa June 25 is Mabato Ayungon.
Na site diri nga gi-identify nga dili day sa Tutis Bindoy kundi asa to sa lain nga area. So
Mabato
coordinate
Ayungon.
na lang mo sa kang President Baha, kang doon sa Ayungon site, kang Vice President Rico Sarong, o sa kang Aladdin o kang Dublin. So coordinate lang palihog dito kung asa mo mag-assembly. So ang importante naman siguro nga mag-guided mo kung asa na ang planting site. Thank you.
Sir, additional lang mo. For those who want to participate in the activity, you may visit event page. Na dito naka-lista ang complete contact person every field offices. So you may clarify or confirm if those sites nga inyong giselect to participate mao ba. So naa dito sa event page ang list of contact persons, our National Greening Program coordinators of every field. Thank you.
Sir Cicilo, magamit pa ba ang geocam bisag wala signal sa tree planting area?
No ma'am, unless maka-initialize ang atong geo camera, but sa atong mga pre-selected site, we can assure nga naay signal ang kana nga mga sites kay dili man siya vegetated. So mostly sa atong mga areas for tree planting medyo open siya. So expectedly na atay ma-pick up nga signal for our geo camera. Thank you.
For the post-test, again, nasa chat box, post-test and pre-test, usara. So same link na to. And for those who are asking for kung wala naka-register, again po, this meeting is recorded and this will be posted sa official Facebook page. And for those na wala naka-attend for this meeting, you may or you really have to watch the recording. Okay, this is a prerequisite requirement man for you to be able to join the tree planting activity. So you know what to do. Sir Cecilo, someone is asking, naa pa ba day buhaton or moderetso na mi after aning meeting, moderetso na sa site in June 25?
Hello, so thank you for that question. No? So ang inyo na lang buhaton is to coordinate with your concerned focal persons or contact person every field offices aron makahibaw mo if when ang assembly time, when ang departure, asa ang assemble area and then the planting site. And then mo na lang na mato sa area once you were able to coordinate with our contact persons, mato na sa area and then tanom. Thank you.
What time po start ng tree planting in Balamban site po?
For Balamban is ang atong assembly time is 5:30 and then departure is 6. So hopefully by or at 7 to 8 nataan na og tanom. Since mga 1 hour to 1 and a half hour ang travel time to the site.
All right, it seems like murag balik-balik na ang questions, no? So we will be all right. Mr. Leonie V. Oralde, you are raising your hand. You are recognized po. Mr. or Miss Leonie V. Oralde, you are being recognized. As actually, all information regarding the tree planting activity on June 25 is posted sa official Facebook page po ni PRC sa event.
Hello again, good afternoon. For those who are asking kung asa ang assembly area for the Balamban nga tree planters, please wait lang po, magpo-post kami sa event page. Link is being provided on the chat box. Kindly follow the event. Again, all details regarding this activity will be posted sa event page. Also, the numbers of your NGP coordinators sa katong respective ninyo nga tree planting site is being posted sa event page. Kindly coordinate with them. PRC Cebu, ang i-post lang namo dito sa event page kadtong Balamban nga tree planters. For non-Balamban tree planters again, please coordinate with your NGP coordinators sa inyong respective nga planting sites. Thank you.
Naay question diri if only one geotag photo lang ba ang isubmit. No, since we are required to plant at least 5 seedlings, so dapat mita og 5 responding geotag photos, 1 geotag photo per tree. So dili pwede nga isa ka tanom, 5 ka geotag, 1 geotag photo per tree. Thank you.
All right, I hope that answers your question po. We will be entertaining 2 more questions. Miss Sheila Lee Villacorta, you are recognized po. Miss Jaya Polestico, you are recognized now.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Mag-ask ko og kanang pilay required nga itanom then asa isend ang geotag photo after sa planting.
Forester Jaya, kanang naata og folder, no? So amo lang nang i-share ang link sa folder para sa inyong geotag photos adto ninyo isulod. So na lisod man kay ihatag ko nato tanan tong i-share nato tanan ang kuan kay magkagubot ba. So ang link na lang siguro among ihatag para adto ninyo ibutang kay naaman dito yung geotag photos niya, ibutang ninyo ang nga ninyo sa folder. So panitan si ikaw, Gia A. Polistico, kayo mo isulat dito para may bawaan po nato sa kuan nga maugin na kuan mo na i-match sa Google Form. So makita ang Gia Polistico, Gia A. Polistico, makasulod na ka. So ato ka, pwede po kung maglisod ka og suod sa folder, pwede ba ipadani mo kay ang NGP nila mo butang sa folder. So imo nang ipada sa Arbor Day 2022 at gmail.com. Tama ba?
Sir, pwede i-post na lang nato sa events page na.
So i-post na sa event page na to para dili ta magkagulian.
I-post. Okay, sir. Salamat.
Thank you.
One last question po from Sir John J. Garcia. Sir, you are recognized.
Hello?
Yes,
Ma'am?
please.
Ma'am, sa about po ni sa kaning CPD tawag ni units kanang for chemistry and chemical technician profession, ma'am. Kinsi pa rin po ba kay na ako'y nabasa na exception sa katong resolution na 2019-1146 na sa letter A niya na ang katong mga tawag ani professional kuno na naka-covered sa anin na compliance na kinahanglan bitaw og specific number of CPD units. Or mo comply me for 45 for chemists and 30 for chemical technicians.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon. Relating to the revised IRR of RA 10912, professionals are only required to submit 15 credit units unless you have an undertaking units during your previous renewal. So, as presented earlier, kung ang imuhang undertaking na akay say more than 15, katong previous nimo nga renewal like in 2017 or 2018, or 2019 kay ang revised RRR nag-start man ang implementation March of 2019. So kung naka-renew ka prior to the revised IRR, anya naka-undertake ka og say more than 15 nga number of units, ang bayaran lang nimo from that utang is only 15 plus 15 credit units na required for your renewal karon nga renewal bali. Pero kung wala kay undertaking, you only need to submit 15 credit units.
So
As long as you are still in the transition period.
Okay, last kuan ma'am, last renewal na ako is kung sa ganito 20 before 2020. Naka-renew ako. Then na-excuse pa ko ato ma'am. Then sa kay next year naman ma-expire akong kuan aning lisensya. So sa next year 15 lang sakto ba ma'am?
Yes po. And then FYI to everyone, earliest renewal of your professional identification cards is a year prior to its expiration. So kung humana in your birthday this year, next year mo expire ang PRC ID, pwede na mo mag-transact for the renewal of ID. Kay Mintras, pwede pa mag-undertaking kung wala gyud mo CPD units nga na-earn. And undertaking is only until December 31, 2022. Next year, no CPD, no renewal. Unless we receive a new issuance from the commission proper nga i-extend nila ang undertaking. Again, in 2023, no CPD, no renewal. Thank you.
Right, I hope na-address ang mga questions and clarifications. And before we formally end this meeting, I call on Sir Pips for the closing remarks.
Nakamute ka, sir.
Sorry. May galik eh. Nabantayan nga. Nakamute na eh. Good morning. Good morning ninyo tanan. Maayong palis sa mga taga Bohol. We appreciated the various professionals who participated in this online orientation in preparation of the tree planting or growing activity to be held during the Arbor Day 2022 celebration in the identified planting sites in the provinces of Cebu, Bohol, Negros Oriental, and Siquijor. If business companies or corporations practice the so-called corporate social responsibility, we as professionals need to define our professional social responsibility. One of these activities to demonstrate our commitment and is to raise 100 trees and be considered as a carbon neutral professional. Our movement for a carbon neutral Philippines has gained traction. With us, professionals, as the driving force to achieve our country's carbon neutrality, so we will sustain this effort. We will then expect to see you on June 25, 2022 to raise trees and ultimately reach the planting of 100 trees. Let us just treat the CPD units as a bonus to our commitment. Mabuhay sa ating lahat na mga dalubhasa sa bawat larangan ng ating profesyon. Happy June month to all of us. So Environment Month man karon, happy Environment Month. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Pip. A virtual round of applause, please. All right. Again po, the link for the post test is on the chat box. The link for the event page is also on the chat box, and also the attendance link is also on the chat box. We may request everyone to please open your cameras so we will have the photo opportunity. Everyone, kindly open your cameras. Ana, sige. Pagwapo, Jude. Pagwapa. As per Sir Robert, why camera, why CPD units kuno? For those who do not have cameras, that's okay. Joke lang to, katong walay CPD, walay camera. All right, is everybody ready? Smile, sige. Smile lang, Jud. Maintain ra, Jud, ang smile. Hop. 1, 2, 3. Sige, smile ra, Jud. Smile ra, Jud. Alami sa pahiyom ni Sir Raimundo Reños. Sige. Hold your smile for 1 minute. Kay murag daghan-daghan na ba? So, sige. Just hold your smile for 1 minute. Sir, paduol, Sir Charlie. Paduol, Sir Charlie. Ana. All right, freeze your smiles. Sige. Freeze lang, Jude, ang smiles. Freeze lang. Ay, daghan-daghan pa. There are 206 participants. So freeze your smiles. Sir Raimundo, imong smile. Mo itong makitan sa akong screen. Sige, smile, Rajud. Smile. Again, katong defective ang cameras, walay cameras ang cellphones or ang gigamit na computer or laptop, that's okay. Sige, hapit na, Jud. Smile ra, Jud. Sige, hapit na. Last one, smile.
Last 30 minutes.
Face, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, thank you everyone. See you all on June 25. Thank you so much for all the participants, physically and virtually. I hope everyone remains safe. Please stay safe everyone. Bye-bye.
Magsapa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pwede na magsapa.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, bye tanan. Amping.
Bye. Muna si Nolito.
God bless everyone.
Okay.
Money mo forever.
Dagan po question sa CPD.
Lipat na.
Post-test, June 26 na mag-post-test.
Dagan pa na.